Hey everybody, it's Tim from the Dungeon Dads podcast. Just wanted to remind you that this is the second of the 2 episodes we recorded together at the table at Sam's house. So if it sounds like we're all sitting around one table, we are. Don't worry, we recorded this well before we were told to stay home. We're all safe. And now to explain what's happened recently, here's Abel.
Last time on Dungeon Dads, our heroes made a victorious return to the town of Lakenhearth, returning all them stuff that was stolen by the Hornay brothers. We got a good rest. Jonas dueled a child. Abel got a disturbing vision from Tempest of Filnir's impending death. And we acquired a retinue of ragtag militia to accompany us on our trip to Lakeshire. We are still in the custody of one Sil Moonbrook, who we've managed to keep knocked out, but who knows for how long. As we approach the town, we suddenly are reminded that Filnir is wanted by assassins for the murder of the Neverwinter ambassador. Fellas, it's time for Dungeon Dads.
All right.
Yeah! Heroes rise, heroes fall. I see them on the front line, standing tall. They're risking life and limb to answer the call. But what they fighting for? Don't know, don't care. Just along for the ride, but everyone must stand. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna win inside.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Dungeon Dads podcast. As always, I'm your Dungeon Master, Tom, and I'm joined, as always, by Sam the War Priest, Abel.
Hi, everybody.
Tim the Warlock, Filnir.
Hello.
And John the Wizard.
Am I a wizard? I can't even get any spells to go off. What am I? I'm a sham.
Wow, it's really sad watching you do what you do. When you told me you were you hated Saber Suck spells and liked only things that automatically worked, I was like, oh, poo. But now I see you have terrible luck. Terrible luck.
Dice rolls are not for him.
They're not for him.
Nope.
All right, so you guys roll up in the Hornay wagon that now has a single ladybone rib built up on top. You have an archer sitting upon said rib. You have a 12 or 13, 14-year-old mage. You've been told 12 and 14 by different people riding along with you. You got Sil in the wagon, and you have 2 sort of footmen along with you, and you approach the northern gate, which you've never been to, except obviously Filnir's been there. And it's a closed gate. There are 2 towers flanking a road in, and one of the guards yells out, "Oi! Who goes there?"
Rella, you take this one.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Stephen of Lakeshire.
Son of a bitch.
Stephen of Lakeshire. Why? Just open the gate. We don't have time for this. Oh, Rella, is that you? Yes, I'm here. I'm very, very tired. Just let us in. Open the gate, fellas. And the gate opens, and you haven't come in through this way before. This is actually the main trading area of Lakeshire. You sort of pass through. There's shops all over the place.
Eyes front, Jonas.
What? I was looking at something. What?
There's a store that is entirely blue, and there's sparks that are sort of shooting off of the door, and it's called the Apprentice's Wagon, and it's got a picture of a book in front of it.
He has Horace Green open. Yeah. He owns that store.
Yeah,
All right, I'm getting off here. I'll see you guys at the...
Rella looks at you and says, "No, we're going straight. We're going straight to the Waterdhavian consulate."
You know, I feel like when Jonas is looking for titillating material, he just flips through a book that just has pictures of other books in it. Ooh, look at that book.
Man, I bet I could learn a lot from that one. Look at this one.
He's managed to abscond with like the index of where the spells can be found.
You guys, look at how old this one is.
Oh, Ooh, you are some forbidden knowledge, aren't you?
Can we say on the road that I was looking at Florin's books? So because I was teaching him what a cantrip was.
No. No, we can't say that.
We have
Let's
to
not.
teach you what a cantrip was. You have to sit down.
You were on high alert. You're exhausted and you're on high alert.
I don't think he travels with his books.
he doesn't. He
Oh,
doesn't
oh,
like.
great.
Just- yeah,
He read them.
yeah. He's got a home. He's not like
Can
you guys.
I teach him
He's
what
not
a cantrip is? I'll show him my book. This is a cantrip.
Oh, what do you call a blazer glory then?
It's called Firebolt. It's right here. It's written down right here.
Well, he likes your book a lot, by the way.
Oh.
He's really interested in your book.
Okay,
I just
don't-
want to tell you
don't
that.
get too- okay, you know what? Never mind.
Um,
Just, walk over that way.
So you guys make your way through, and the halflings sort of notice you as you go through, but no one really pays you too much mind. And you cross two small bridges to go to the different islands, and you finally get to the Embassy Town area, and you pull up in front of the Waterdhavian consulate, and Rella suddenly is like, I don't know what to do with Sil. Like how? Like that's a cafe there. What do we? How do we?
Why do we not go around to the back entrance?
They really hate that here.
They do.
They really hate that here. I tell you what. Here's what we'll do.
I know, but
I'll go.
certainly.
I'll go in the cafe, and I'll meet you in the back, and you can bring it in the back, and I'll make sure the guards know he's coming.
Okay, that sounds good.
Sound good? Okay. So Rella hops off and heads in, and Florin says, "What are we doing, fellas? What's going on?"
We have to go around to the back entrance of the building.
Oh, I don't think Gertrude does too well in places like this.
Well, you did know we were coming to Lakeshire.
Well, Lakeshire, yes, but like a fancy consulate. I don't think. You want to stay with the wagon?
That probably makes sense, but let's move the wagon around.
All right, sounds good, fellas. Let's go.
There's like an alley in the back,
Yeah.
big enough for a wagon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You
Alright.
could park the wagon there.
Okay.
This is where I can't remember what Jonas did back there, but he did something real weird back there before. Well, like I just remember thinking, oh, this is really weird and unexpected. But it was enough room for him to do that. It's enough for him to park a wagon. So you pull in and Rella pops her head out the back and says, "Okay, coast is clear. Let's carry her in."
Okay. I'm assuming that job goes to me.
Definitely not to me.
I'm assuming that job goes to me.
All right.
I just fireman's carry her over one shoulder.
Hold your roll. DC 5. Disadvantage.
Oh.
Exhaustion.
That would be an 11.
All right, so you're good. Okay. All right. So Rella comes in, and those guards who you had your weird thing with when you brought your unseen servant out, Jonas, they look at you and they're just like, "Oh, we're really supposed to let this guy upstairs again? What? Geezus says yes."
If that's what Jesus said, then you should listen to him. you should always follow the will of Jesus. Isn't that right?
As long as he's paying my bills, I guess so. All right,
I've already apologized to you. Just let me through. It's fine.
You guys go on up then. So you're gonna go up?
Yeah.
All right.
We're leaving Florin outside.
Yep, Florin and
Please, God,
the
leave
guards.
Florin outside.
Yeah.
So you get upstairs, and I can't remember. How much did you tell them about what you saw upstairs?
I told
John?
him everything.
Okay. So from what John told you to what the reality is up here, it's different. Like this is a regular. It looks like you get upstairs. It's not just an open space like he described. You don't see any sigils on the ground. You don't see any sort of weird like teleportation symbols. Like you don't see any of that stuff. You see a rather nice sitting room with a hallway that opens up that has two back rooms that the doors are open, and you see the orc sitting at a table, and Geezus is standing up by a bookshelf reading one of the books. That the bookshelf is the same from what you saw, though, John.
Okay.
So the bookshelf is there, but all the other stuff, the room is changed completely.
Can I do an Arcana check on the room?
Sure.
It's going to be a 19.
Yeah, it's all, disadvantage.
Ah, come on. Why? I'm just looking. My eyes. All right, 18.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, there's magic everywhere. Like this is, I mean, if you wanna investigate now, you could, but you feel like this is like heavy illusion craft going on here. So Jesus looks up, and Filnir, what are you wearing? What's your deal right now?
I'm still wearing the Monteran
Okay.
flavored breastplate.
Jesus looks up and about falls over when he sees you. And like motions at the orc, and the orc sort of doesn't know what to think either. They both see you, and they're like, you see like that they're sort of terrified and like happy, like if that's the right emotion to have on the face. And Jesus like sort of quickly collects himself, and he says, I understand you're bringing me something back, something very valuable.
And Rella's with us, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, you gave Rella a task. We are here. We have helped her.
And this is the one. This is the Sil Moonbrook.
Do you not know her?
I've never met her in my life, no, but I needed her. I needed her like everyone else needed her.
This is what we've been led to believe. This was the woman that was in captivity.
Okay, lay her down here. Lay her down here upon this table.
Oh, I lay her down on the table.
And when you do, your hand sort of like touches the top of the table, and it doesn't feel like wood. It feels like cold stone iron. And you sort of leave Sil there, and Jesus says, okay, have you touched her in any sort of way? Have you hurt her? Have you hit her? Is she alive?
She's alive.
We have to give her a potion to keep her unconscious.
Why? Why do you have to keep her unconscious?
She said she needed to stay unconscious.
Very interesting.
She was badly hurt when we found her. The Hornay brothers had not treated her well.
Okay.
She may be in severe pain. We do not know the reason.
Okay. Let me try this then. And Jesus takes a glove off of his hand, and he undoes her robe and puts his hand on her uncovered belly and sort of rubs it in a circle. And he says, oh, yes, this is okay. Okay. Help me take this shirt off of her and flip her onto her stomach. Let me look at her back, please.
None of us want to do that.
Okay, I'm not squeamish.
What are you doing?
I'm checking for sigils. I don't. This is not the kind of thing that anyone allows out in the world without lots of protections, and I don't want to run the risk that Waverly Cloudsack or the masked council in Waterdeep are watching us right now.
I understand.
All right, so
I'll help.
okay, and Jesus looks at you for a really long time when you're helping, as you take the shirt off, and sort of works on the back a little bit, and you see him sort of put his hands together and rub them, and then you see when he takes his fingers apart, it looks like little blue sparks are going back and forth on his hands, and then he touches his hands on her back, and she like rises up like she's been shocked off the table, and she goes back down, and she's still unconscious, and he does it again. And this actually goes on for quite some time. She's doing this over and over again, and she looks up at you, Filner, as he's doing this, and he says, "What happened to your eyes?"
I've been told that they are red, but I could not tell you what happened.
It's interesting. I've never seen a half elf with red eyes like that. And she shocks again. He shocks Sil again and again and again.
How's she looking?
She's looking like the same, but more and more and more relaxed every time. It's almost like this is just sort of shocking her muscles and doing something to her muscles that are relaxing them. And she looked like a ball of nerves, like her muscles were like knotted up, as you guys said. I mean, hell, she'd been laying down in the wagon flat on a piece of wood, basically for who knows how long, a long time. And then Jesus flips her over, and you see that both of her breasts have been cut off, and that her stomach is covered in black tattoo marks now. And you don't recognize the symbols, but you can tell that there's symbols all over her. And Jesus says, we have to burn her. We have to burn the stomach to get these symbols off. She will not die, but it will not be pleasant. If you have a hard time watching these sorts of things, I encourage you to go to my drawing room.
Why are you doing all of this?
These marks are deep. These were put on her at birth, and these marks make her heavy with chaos. And my guess is she cannot control anything that she does.
Can you tell us what she is?
She's called a jumper, and she is imbued with chaos from a very young age, which allows her to. You are a mage. Is that right? I'm
Yes.
sensing that from you. It allows her to cast various movement and teleportation spells without any materials, without thinking about it, without anything really. But it stunts her growth and her mind. And in the right hands, people can use her like a tool. I do not know what's going to happen when she has her freedom. But that seems like the only nice thing to do, doesn't it, to you?
It sounds like it to me. I don't want to cause her any pain, but she does not seem to be in control of her own life.
Is there not an alternative?
We could kill her.
Well, that does not seem like a better alternative.
I didn't say it was better. Phil.
Why are you so interested in helping this girl?
I'm interested in the Breen Valley, no one having a strong advantage over anyone else. And for too long, Felipe Madamba has run roughshod over this valley, and he has gained quite an army. And I don't like the idea of what will happen in Lakeshire and Braintown if any of these armies have a huge advantage against one another. We've existed for many centuries in a delicate balance, and things are unbalanced. And if someone has her, I fear the balance will be even greater.
And there's no way to leave her with any abilities without...
I have no idea what will happen. I
So
don't know if she'll...
you removed the sigils, which have been there since her birth.
I have exposed the sigils.
Right, but the plan is to burn them away,
That's right.
and that will break them, but maybe we don't know what will happen to her abilities or her control, or
I have no idea.
she may have lost her mind and part of her body.
Maybe you guys could get ready to kill her if this doesn't work.
Well, maybe not that, but could we maybe wake her first and have some form of conversation with this person?
Who is... Why?
I want to know what it is she wants. We are all making decisions. We are no better than anyone else if we are just making these decisions for her.
Vilner, you've really found yourself quite some friends here, Jesus says. How about you, old man? What say you?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of anybody having power over anybody else. But power over yourself, probably a pretty good thing.
Does seem like we should see what she wants to say. She did she not say that she wanted to make it go away?
She did, but she said that she needed Felipe, but I suppose that was for more potions?
What were the words that she used? Did she say if he could
She
he
said
could make it stop?
yes. She said Felipe could make it stop, but I'm not sure if... Because we know he's using her. I'm not sure if it's because he has something that allows her control, or if he's promised her an end if she helps him. I'm not sure.
And when was the last time that she had a potion?
Who?
It would have been...
It's about 12 hours ago.
Yes.
Now, she should awaken soon, and she may jump. I have traveled to the place with her. Perhaps I could try to have a conversation with her before we give her another potion.
I don't know what the right answer is here. There are too many questions.
Rella speaks up and says, Jesus, our deal is still on. You're going to help us in this Ladybone trade. Yes? Regardless of what happens here. Regardless of what we do here. And Jesus sort of waves his hand and says, of course, Rella. I've never squelched on you in my life. Of course. In fact, I've set up a meeting with Bezlith Lultul for the day after tomorrow. And she will be there, and you can do what you will to her to end this trade once and for all. It's a great deal of social capital for me to bring the leader of the Drow here. So I hope you make it worthwhile.
She was the name on the contract.
No, I know. I'm sort of dumbstruck for a second. Like, wait, the extent of your help in shutting down the slave trade is setting up a meeting with the person in charge of the slave trade?
I figure you can handle yourselves just fine.
What?
If Rella wants to stage an ambush, I will only tell you where it is. And you can handle that yourselves.
Rella, does this meet your satisfaction?
Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. It's better than having to fight our way through the Underdark to get to Bezlith.
But your arrangement was not to set up a meeting. It was to help end this.
Yeah, Rella's...
Technically true, yes. Technically, this is help.
And Jesus looks up and says, I can't do all your fighting for you. If you want me to arrange for the execution of a few halfling guards who are letting traitors move Ladybone out, fine. If you want to chop the head off the problem, then I am telling you how to do it. I'm giving you that option. Could we please get back to the task at hand here? This woman is going to soon be awake. I would prefer not to do this on a wakeful mage. I would prefer to do this on a sleeping mage.
This may be terrible, but I wonder if I go up and I cast Dispel Magic. Is this too powerful?
Do it.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to her and I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on her stomach.
Okay.
How big is the area on Dispel Magic?
It's a creature.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a creature or a magical effect.
Okay. It's very
within
targeted.
range.
It's
An
not,
object.
it's not broad.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's not going to expose the rest of this.
Right. Which I was hoping
Although
to.
you could probably do that if you wanted to.
I was hoping to do that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm wondering if I cast Dispel Magic on her, will that end what's going on with the jumping and maybe even wake her up?
I would think if it was as simple as casting a Dispel Magic, Jesus could have done that.
Okay. Next question. I touched her and she took me somewhere. Can I just touch her while she's asleep and end up where she's at? I'm going to touch her on the...
Jesus, we've touched her already when we...
Yeah, when
took
you
her
carried
clothes
her,
Well, I didn't
touched
touch her much.
Yeah, it's true.
I've been to the place with her.
Yeah, sure.
I just wasn't sure. I'll just grab her hand.
Okay. Nothing happens.
All right, nothing happened.
We've got another potion, right? We can put her back to sleep after she wakes up.
We can, yeah. I mean, it's a good back. I just wanted to see if there was some. I was just thinking outside the box, but you're right. Jesus probably would have. Although
I mean,
his motives are. He got ulterior motives.
You guys didn't cast a Dispel Magic on her before, did you?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right.
Can't sleep on her.
Okay. Okay.
Best laid plans.
None of this is working out for me.
Do it, man. I mean, why not? That's a good idea.
Well, it's a 3rd level spell. I'm gonna blow it. I'm gonna just do it.
On her or on the surroundings?
Let's just do the surroundings. What's she laying on?
Oh, you're gonna do it on the table?
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. So the table completely changes. This whole room changes into exactly what you saw before. So there's teleportation circle on the ground. There is a cabinet full of weapons that includes Tempest's prick, Abel, that you see immediately. It goes from a nice cozy winter chalet interior to a stone 15-foot high room. She's actually sitting on what can I get a religion check from you guys?
You said no disadvantage on religion.
No disadvantage on any wisdom checks.
Oops.
Religion is int.
Oh, it is? Well,
Intelligence.
That is a, what's my modifier?
I got a 3.
I got
Okay.
I got a 23.
okay.
Yeah, and I've got
So
15.
You recognize this as a traditional Breen sacrificial stone that is it's what's around it is absolutely set up for a ritual sacrifice. So that was not set up before. Now it's got a blood bowl. It's got crushed up chalks and charcoals and things that will be used on a body that's post sacrifice for various religious ceremonies. And Jesus is real nervous now. Oh,
What on earth
Let
are
me-
you doing?
let me explain. I'm trying to make a, and she slaps her fingers, and it's no longer Jesus. It's Galwinia Omajira.
Galwinia?
Phil, it's good to see you.
Oh, yes. Hello. I wish we had time to catch up.
Why couldn't you just do what I was asking you to do? I don't understand why you are always so troublesome. Why do you always have to try and do the right thing?
Why do you not?
I'm trying to save the Breen Valley here.
Are you?
I am trying to save it.
And how do you presume to do that?
We have to kill this woman.
And how does that help?
She is being used, whoever captures her, every single time. They have used it to tear down walls, to destroy cities. She is the most powerful jumper. She can jump 300 men at least into a very small space. There's no magic I have ever seen that works like this. And when the Waterdavian army lost her in the tower 7 months ago, towns up and down the front have been devastated, bled out, destroyed, stolen from. I'm assuming it's all been Felipe Madamba. I don't know. But now this auction that was sent out, someone is going to have her. And once someone has her, someone else is going to try and have her. She's the ultimate weapon. There's nothing we can do. I've laid bare her defensive wards. All we have to do now is burn her, and she will die.
And she will die. And this is somehow for your personal interests.
It's not for my personal interests.
I find that hard to believe. You've never been altruistic.
I just don't want this kind of power in the brain.
And what of these circles that you have all around the office?
How do you think I get between here and Breentown and Adair and Monterre?
Do they not serve the same function as her?
Well, I can't get a whole army through them.
I'm sorry. I am very confused.
Where's Jesus?
Are you Jesus of the Orc Wars? Who are you? What is happening?
You were in the Orc Wars, Abel.
I was.
You saw him cut down. Jesus has been dead for 40 years.
Well, that ain't always permanent.
Oh, Abel.
He's
3 days later, he may have come back.
he was a respected
If I
figure.
had a nickel for every time I was cut down, I'd have a lot more gold than I do right now.
I can do something about that.
Does Waterdeep think you're Jesus?
Yes. Waterdeep thinks I'm Jesus.
Wow.
What's Rella doing?
Yes, Rella.
Rella she is shaking her head. She's like, it's always something with you, Galwinia. How long have you been at this? And Galwinia says, I inherited the Jesus when my master in Breentown died 5 years ago.
This is a running gag?
It's cover. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not a gag. But Rella, how long have you been working with Jesus? Have you been working with him the whole time? Have you been trying to accomplish his
Yes.
tasks?
Yes, I mean, and if you think about it, how much I've had to learn about Waterdeep. Who cares about Waterdeep? I'm one of the masked elders in Waterdeep. Can you believe it? I have to go in and give orders, and I have to I have to call on armies to raid Underdark. I've been doing everything I can to keep Waterdeep from invading the Breen. They want to come in here and take over. Having them think that Jesus is in charge of everything and pulling the strings is the only thing keeping all of Faerun from coming in here to try and take over the Ladybone.
I maintain eye contact with Galwinia the entire time, and I walk over to the glass case with Tempest's prick, and I kick it over. And never breaking eye contact. And I pick up the spear and I go, I'm taking this.
I don't even know what that is.
I look at Galwinia. I walk over to the spell book. I pick it up and I say, I'm taking this.
Slow down there, wizard, she says. Just, do you know what that is?
It looks to be a spell book.
Do you know whose spellbook that is?
Does it matter? It looked like it was Jesus' old spell book.
Well, Jesus owned it. Given to him by Mordekainen himself.
Then I definitely want it.
She snaps her fingers, and the spellbook disappears from your hand.
Damn it! What have you done?
You already have a magical spellbook. I can sense it on you.
Well, can't I look at this other one and copy a few spells down, please?
This guy's
Ionis,
real horny
this
for
is
books.
not the time.
Damn it.
This is not the time.
You call yourself a wizard. Study your book.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a book you haven't even read yet. Why do you need another one? You're such a child sometimes. Rella, I feel like I need your counsel in what we're going to do here. This is. Sil's going to wake up at any moment. The only option is to take her from here, or to let her die.
Galwinia. That's what Rella says. Galwinia, do you know how to keep her safe from jumping? Sure. I mean, I've studied it quite a bit. Rella says, we can use her like the others would. For good. We can...
As if Galwinia is interested in good.
Well, there are many more of us than Galwinia and her orc.
Yes.
We can just take her and...
What's the orc doing at this point?
The orc is he's standing up, but it's clearly an illusion also with him.
Yeah.
So like he's still disguised, but it's
So he looks like an orc.
he looks like an orc, yeah. And Galwinia is sort of looking at him, and he walks over to the table and sort of touches the the sacrificial stone, and he goes, "Jesus, we're going to execute her?" Guys, can you believe it?
I had to say, all right.
Jonas, do you have an extra dispel magic?
Reveal yourself, Orc. Galwinia, who is this?
The orc changes into a halfling. The halfling is Disa.
Disa.
Yes.
Disa
Oh,
Flatfoot.
hello, Filnir. Good to see you.
Again, this... I do not have time to catch up, but clearly there are things to discuss.
I don't know how you two got in such a position of power. Good grief. One of you's Geezus of the Orc Wars and on the masked council of Waterdeep. And you're a hulking orc tracking along by, and this is what you decided to do with it. That's what gets me.
We've gotten very rich doing what we do. I mean, look around, Abel. Look around at this room. These treasures, sure, your little prick. Sure, take that. There's so much more gold to be made here.
Yeah, but you're building a house of cards. A structure built by balancing these forces against each other is never going to stand. And that's what you're not going to see. Because you don't want to be in front. You want to hide behind the scenes. And in that case, the best you can ever do is get somebody else to do your dirty work for you. And the more they're doing dirty on each other, the better.
That seems like balance to me.
I think Jesus needs to throw himself behind the new power in the Breen Valley. That's where the real stability is going to come from.
Felipe Madamba?
Jonas Silverwind, rightful heir to the throne of Monterre. Standing right there.
I'm beginning to realize how much trouble I'm in. So I'm looking at him like, hello.
The Breen will never be free as long as armies are fighting over her.
Wait,
She'll only be free when she can stand on her own 2 feet.
so what are you suggesting? You suggesting that I convince the other masked council members of Waterdeep to support the ousted son of a bastard king who tried to have a revolution in the Breen Valley?
I'm not suggesting it. And I slam the spear down on the ground as hard as I can. I'm demanding it.
She thinks for a little bit. And she and Disa bolt for the teleportation circle. You guys want to roll initiative?
Initiative.
Yes.
All right.
Are we at disadvantage on
You're at
initiative?
initiative. Yep. At disadvantage.
4.
I rolled a 2 and an 11, so I also got 4.
I've got a 13.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, Galwinia rolled a 2, and Disa rolled an 11, which gives Disa a 15.
Ah.
All right. So, sorry. Tell me again.
Isn't she Disa Flatfoot?
She's Disa Flat. It doesn't
That
matter.
name doesn't come with some minuses to
Disa
initiative.
high dex, but flat foot. Slow, but
Her speed is somehow hampered.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. All right, so we've got Disa acting first. Then we've got Jonas, Filnir, Abel, and then and Jesus, Galwinia. All right. So Disa runs to the teleportation circle and vanishes. And Jonas, you're up.
Okay, Galwinia's running towards it.
She definitely wants to be there.
How far away is it?
Oh, 15 feet. I mean, she's gonna get there in one turn for sure.
Can I just Misty step in front of her?
Sure.
Because
Grapple her.
yeah,
Grapple her.
I'm just gonna Misty step in front of her and grab her. It's not great.
Oh man.
I rolled an 18 with my strength. That's -2. That's a 16.
And you have disadvantage.
Oh, come on. That was disadvantage. -2 is disadvantage. Ooh. All right, so that was a 9.
Okay,
So 7.
that's not
7.
7.
that's not mine. That's not bad. So okay, so you guys see Jonas. He just like poofs out of existence and then poofs right in front of her, between her and the teleportation circle. And she kind of like resists your grapple and knocks you off of her. And it is
It's my turn.
it's
Yeah.
Filner next.
How many teleportation circles are there?
1.
There's just one. Are there symbols that we recognize on it?
Yeah, I mean it's
I don't remember if I remember from his earlier
it's
experience where it goes.
you recognize this. There are many symbols on this, and
Okay.
the way this teleportation circle works is when the person is thinking about the right place and it's tended, it usually sends them to the right place.
Got it. Okay. So I'm just going to cast Hold Person.
Oh, nice.
At 3rd level, which doesn't really help me since she's the only one left.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah, you got to do a Wisdom save.
All right.
DC 15.
Okay. 5.
So she's paralyzed.
She is paralyzed. She is
Nice.
caught and paralyzed.
And
For
that's
how long?
For a minute. Concentration. So as long as I can maintain concentration.
How hard is it? How hard is it for us to move her arms and things? Can we not move her if we want to tie her?
She's not glued to the floor. She just can't move her own body.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You could tie her up. All right. Abel, it's you.
We got to disable her magic. And I don't know of a good way. I mean, we can tie her up, but
Just all of her magic.
well, who knows what she could pull off, right? I don't. Clearly, we didn't think she could be Geezus.
Right. Clearly she's very magical. I hope you rolled initiative for Rella.
Oh, I did not. Sorry, guys. She got a 1 anyway.
No bonus.
No, she has a +2, but
So she'll be
right, because
3.
it's not. That's right.
So she'll
Yeah.
be after
Yeah.
Abel.
It's-
Perfect. Well done, Rella. Yeah.
I am going to. I'm going to look around the room and see if there's anything to like restrain her with.
Okay.
Just roll a perception check.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let me see.
The pointy end of Tempest's
6
prick.
plus 6.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, yes.
Too bad you
Oh
didn't
my-
attack.
Yeah.
I'm +6.
You see so many things in this room.
Anything that looks like dimensional shackles or something.
No dimensional shackles, but you do see you do see some really nice looking rope in here that is got it looks special. The rope looks special, and you also see in the cabinet there are 4 or 5 bags of looks like coin purses in there, but other than that, not much. Maybe you could like rip the sheet that's on the there's a shelf that has like bedding in it. And you could maybe rip the sheets up, but the rope seems
But why? When I have this special rope,
When you have
in
this
front of
special
me,
rope.
what could go wrong?
what could go wrong?
All right, so I'm going to grab that rope.
Yeah, it's
Of the essence.
yeah, it's fine. Okay, you gonna tie her up?
Yeah, can I do all of that in one turn?
Do it. I'll let you do it.
We've got.
Okay.
I mean, we have a minute.
Yeah.
Unless she
I
breaks
mean, if
it,
we're
she
still
can.
in initiative.
We're out of
so-
initiative now.
Okay,
We're out of initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then time starts moving faster again.
No, I'm gonna give you. I mean, you have your full minute move.
I just don't think I could tie her up in 6 seconds, but we're going to go with it.
Yeah, just-
while I'm doing that, I go, Jonas, this rope looks kind of special. Is there any reason I shouldn't be doing this?
All right, Arcana check on the rope.
All right, tell me what you get.
Natural 20.
No, really?
He did.
Yes.
He did.
Okay. So when you look at this, you've heard about this before. You haven't actually seen one before. This is it's a 60-foot length of silk rope, and you sort of examine it as Abel is doing this stuff, and you realize that there is a command word that you can turn this into what is called a rope of climbing. If you hold one end of the rope and use the action to speak the command word, the rope animates. And as a bonus action, you can command the other end to move toward a destination that you choose. That end can move 10 feet on your turn when you first command it, and 10 feet on each of your turns after that until it reaches its destination, up to a maximum length away of its length.
Does that also mean if Galwinia knows the command word, she could just animate the rope to go somewhere else if she's tied up with it?
Well, not if she's it's just stands straight up, right? And then it just kind of moves a little bit, 10 feet.
Well, right, but if we're using it to tie her hands and her feet, if she can say a word and make it stand straight up 10 feet.
Let me finish this description.
Okay,
you can also tell the rope to fasten itself securely to an object or to unfasten itself, to knot or unknot itself, or to coil itself for carrying. If you command the rope, if you tell the rope to knot, large knots appear at 1 foot intervals along the rope while knotted. The rope shortens to a 50-foot length and grants advantage on all checks made to climb it.
All right.
Here I was really just hoping for a lasso of truth. I mean,
Right. Abel,
This is a great item. Just want to let you know.
Just hand it to me and take is there
Take some curtains.
take some curtain to something else and just hand me that.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I do that.
All right. So what are you going to tie her up with?
I'm going to
Curtains.
cut strips of curtain.
Okay. All right.
Do I have enough time to do
Yeah,
that?
it's like you're feverishly doing
Pulling
that.
them down, ripping them in half, tying her hands.
As
tying her feet.
he's doing that, you hear, "Hello, what's going on? Hello,
The Sil.
yes,
Rella,
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah. I wonder. Can we get her back down to the wagon? Will she teleport out of the wagon?
Aye.
Talk to her. We've got a short window.
Sil Moonbrook. Hello.
Yes.
It's me. It is I, Jonas Silverwind. We saved you from the forest.
yes."
I just wanted to talk to you. What is it that you want? What do you want right now?
I feel like we're past that, but okay.
What do you want? What do you want us to do? How are you?
I want a cup of coffee and a newspaper.
I just don't want to hurt people.
It's fantastic. If we lose you and you teleport away, do you know where you will go?
I usually go to the room, or the trail, or the path, where the clock is. That's where I usually go.
Can you then decide where to go from there and be free?
She sort of like touches herself a little bit, and she looks down and she sees her stomach. I mean, you've taken all her clothes off.
Sorry.
And she says, the wards are broken. This feels different.
So maybe
Like different good.
I don't know. I feel like and she sort of closes her eyes, and you see that she, like a misty step, she like vanishes for a second, and then she reappears on the ground about 10 feet away, and she looks up at you, and her eyes start to get wide. And she says, "I meant to do that."
Yeah, baby.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
And she says, "Where's my potions?"
we have one right over here.
Okay. Where's Felipe Madamba?
He is not here.
So this is the last potion.
Yes.
She closes her eyes again, and she jumps across the room again. And then she jumps again, and then she jumps again. And you see her just disappearing and reappearing and disappearing and reappearing. And she sort of pulls herself up, and she walks over to you, Abel, and she puts her hand on your shoulder, and you see that Abel and her disappear and reappear across the room, and you feel yourself like it feels really awful. Like it feels awful. Yeah, you throw up for sure.
Right on the book Jonas wanted.
Yeah, just right. Yeah, just right.
No.
Just right on it.
No, she teleported it away. No.
That looked like the best one, too.
And
It was the French copy.
and she sort of looks around the room a bit and vanishes
On her own.
on her own.
Well, that might not have been the best move, but I can't bring myself to feel bad about it.
Honestly, if she has more control over what she's able to do, I think that she's going to find a way to make sure she's not found.
It does seem like somehow her control had been returned to her. We still have
That
Galwinia.
seems like a big assumption there, Jonas, but certainly would be nice.
We do still have Galwinia.
Yeah.
Basically, only held. Did you finish tying her up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So she's bound. Okay, so I don't have to. All right. So we can talk to her now. 'cause
Yeah.
she's not
All right, so
paralyzed
she's
anymore.
out.
Galwinia, as you can see, Sil woke. Sil is no longer here. For better, for worse.
Yeah, for way worse. Brother, you are such an idiot. What do you think she's going to do? You think she's going to forgive everybody that used her? You think she's going to just, like, go off and... I saw her teleport
That's what
you.
Jonas thinks. He said so.
What's to stop her from looking around at...
From seeking revenge on those who have taken advantage of her.
Yes. Phil?
Have you taken advantage of her? Are you worried about yourself?
Yes, Phil.
I see.
I'm a little bit worried about me, yes. I mean, did she see that I was Jesus?
I don't believe so.
Well, then maybe that's fine. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
But guess who did see that you were Jesus?
You.
All three of us in this room.
Don't forget me, Rilla says. Yeah.
All four of us in this room. And I hope we've impressed upon you at this point that we are not the easiest people to be rid of.
What is it you want, Abel?
I've told you what I want. I want you to throw your considerable skills and charm behind this new venture we got going. Because either way, this venture's done.
What do you mean, done?
Well, unless you think you could kill all of us.
I could probably kill. I couldn't kill you, Phil. I could probably kill the wizard over there.
And we know the game. So running away from us isn't really going to solve anything for you.
I could go back to Waterdeep.
Is that where Disa went?
I think Disa went to Braintown.
Yeah, how's going back to Waterdeep going to help you?
Give me a persuasion check. I'm going to give you no disadvantage on this. I'm kind of impressed by this, Abel.
What's my persuasion?
You have a +1.
I have a +5.
Because you chose persuasion to be one of your things, one of your proficiencies.
And I'm going to use the inspiration point I got to get advantage on it.
Okay. All right.
Woo!
Here we go.
That's a 19. Natural 20.
Yes.
Last episode ones, this episode 20s. Pendulum swings both way, friends.
Okay. What would this look like?
You keep being Jesus. I don't think any of us here mind you lining your pockets a little bit. But clearly you wield considerable power and influence that you have no idea how to use in service of anything useful. So now you're going to put it in service of us.
And what's your final goal here? What do you want? What do you want, brother? And also, what is wrong with your eyes?
Well, I do not know. Perhaps it has something to do with this, and I'll just make a weapon appear in my hand.
She looks at it. She goes, "What the hell is going on?"
This is a long story that we do not have time for now. I think it would be prudent if you would help us get Monterre back for Jonas, as Abel suggested. It is his kingdom, and I do not know how he lost it. But one of those circles apparently spelled trouble for him.
Would you do that thing again with your sword?
Just make it appear in the other hand.
Jesus.
Exactly.
All right. I mean, as long as you don't mind if I still run the Thieves Guild in Breentown.
As long as you also fulfill your deal with Rella.
Well, I've already done that. I've
The
set
meeting
up,
is set.
I've set up the meeting. I mean, what else can
Is
I
it
do?
for tomorrow? Does it have to be? Can we reschedule for, say, 3 weeks from now?
I can do that. Yes, I can do that for sure.
Fellas, we're running out of time
We do have
to do all the things we need
There's so
to
many
do.
things.
Clock's running out on Despo.
Yes, we have to find
We've
this.
got to get to Breentown. Maybe we could find Despo's wife. Get some of these potions back to her.
Wait, Despo Goodshower?
Is there another Despo?
Oh, we have our little spiders everywhere. The you spy master.
Wait, you. How do you know Despo?
How do you know Despo?
I mean, I've been smuggling in the alter self potions to her for months now.
Oh, do you have any now?
We have a common goal at last, Galawinia.
I do. Yes.
Could I borrow?
Sure.
Could I have 7 of them?
You know this doesn't work for you.
Oh, indeed. I need to get them back to Despo
Well, I mean, I can easily get them to Despo.
right now.
Not right now. In the next couple of days, I definitely can. Yes.
How many days does she have left for that?
Well, how many potions do you have?
Well, here's the thing, though. It's
I
not.
just took one.
I mean, I think what we're concerned about is not just that she's running out of potions, right? But it's also
It's
that
Waverly.
she's run afoul of Waverly because she let us get away.
Well, that's why I'm asking. If we can get her to send them, then we can focus on the other things rather than me having to worry.
But what I'm
but
saying
we-
is, even the potions doesn't solve the problem for Despo.
Right. It helps solve
Oh, no, I
a
meant, like,
problem.
we can focus on saving Despo
Oh, okay. Yeah,
while
yeah,
she's taking care of the potions.
Takes one thing off our plate, I see.
Yeah.
I have a contact in the Hark army who is
Is he
I
wet?
feel like we need to make a to-do list.
he is
He always looks wet.
he is a wet one.
God damn it.
Yeah. I can send word to him and get him the potions. I bring him here actually. That's how I get him. That's how I get him the potions.
Well, please see to it that Despo gets more potions. But we have so many matters to attend to.
Well, I would love to get back to Monterre and blow up some of these damn assholes that have taken over my household.
This Joan is always blowing out assholes.
He's
That's his,
he's really that's
It's just
that's
his bread
thing.
and butter.
Yeah.
Galwinia, have you had dealings with what is that man's name? The
Reinhold Erlington.
I don't know the man, but I do know that when it looked like Monterre would be taken over by Hark, when the Silverwind, the head of the Silverwind family, joined the Battle of Bands, that it was decided by the family that Reinhold Erlington would take over to preserve Monterre's independence.
Temporarily.
It doesn't look temporary now, does it?
Well, no, but it was meant until the head came back, or was there not? Is he not?
No, it was meant to look like an overthrow. It was meant to look like a coup, but it looks like it turned into an actual coup. I think the intention, from what my spies tell me, the intention was for Silverwind to be able to maintain his position secretly, so as not to get Hark to turn their spears toward Monterre. But since then, many things have gone quiet for me in Monterre.
Did word get to you about an assassination?
I know he's dead. Or that's the word that has turned to me. You're his son, yes?
I am.
Where were you?
Oh God, don't get him started.
I was meant to be disposed of.
Well, your sword, Schnobik, he's living in the forest here.
That was going to be the next thing I was going to bring up. Have you met him? Do you know him?
I met him. Yes, he sold. He sold some things for me, in the valley. So, I know Schnobik.
Could you take us to him?
I don't know where he is now. I know about where he is, but I don't know exactly where he is. Rella could help you find him. Probably.
Rella, you know Schnobik?
I don't know Schnobik. And Galwinia says, he's the scourge of the small folk. He's the one living in the trees. And Rella says, well, I know where the small folk disappeared from, that when it was not the drow and the Durgers. There is a wild man living in the forest. If that's the same one, I'm not sure you want to find him now.
I must speak to this man.
Yes, but we must prioritize.
Let's draw up a pros and cons list.
We still are so exhausted from not having enough rests that it seems.
May I?
Seems
would
there's
you,
not
would you
time.
please untie me? Let me solve at least one of these issues for you.
I just want to be upfront about what we are doing. You are going to help us with Monterre.
I'll help you any way I can.
Right.
I love you, brother.
I love you too, sister.
I know we have our problems, but I don't want anything bad to happen to you. It's been a lot for me to keep the Neverwinter authorities from enlisting the rest of the Breen into hunting you down.
I did not kill Edgar. You do know that, right? There was an assassination on him.
Who would have done that?
Some
They say you were lovers.
some guy named Mook. Was it Mook? They attacked me and they killed Edgar while he was sleeping. I was cooking pastries, you know.
I mean, I know you do that. So you were not lovers.
I did not kill him.
That was not a no.
It's not a no.
Well, if this is true, brother, I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
Well, thank you. But I know we need to prioritize. I just said it myself, but how hard is it to make this attempted assassination go away? How hard is it to spare my life, as it were, in this town? Or am I still not able to be
I mean, your companions seem quite good with a sword or spear or blazer glory or whatever.
I have no doubt that we could
It's a
defend
fireball.
ourselves, but I do not wish to harm people that do not need to be harmed.
I think that these assassins will need to be harmed.
Would that be the most direct way of taking care of them? Are there a finite number, or will they just send more?
My thinking for you would be they might send more, but Neverwinter relies on Waterdeep for teleporting in to this region. So I could lean on the scales there to keep more from coming. But my suggestion to you is, if you think you can handle yourself, make it known that you're here.
All I did was support Neverwinter.
I think that bridge is burned, brother.
I know. It saddens me.
Yeah.
Vilnir,
Yes,
if you need us, we are here.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're here. Sorry. Lost in thought.
So I'll untie Galwinia.
Okay. And she begins casting something, and Jonas, you recognize that she's casting another illusion. She completely transforms this room back into what it was, to the point where even touching things that you know are not there, you can feel that they are there. And she looks kind of spent, after that, and she looks over at you and says, "You can't learn that in a book."
I just stare at her and roll my eyes. Just a big. Oh.
She's created 3 bedrooms for you. She says, your companions from Lake and Hearth need to leave. You will not be attacked by the assassins, is my guess, as long as they are here.
Okay.
So have them here
Until we're ready.
until you're ready.
Yeah. I was going to say, can't we move that down our to-do list a little bit?
Yeah.
Like killing assassins that we don't need to right away.
I mean, why did they join us anyway? Just to get materials back for
Yes.
Herr
yes, I
Birdbrain
need
that
to-
he already
fixed.
fixed. He's a little swindler.
You're talking about Florn?
Yes.
Oh, we know him around here. Yes.
Gifted with magic, apparently.
Very gifted. I've never seen a more talented young wizard in my entire life. In fact, I actually tried to send him to Griggly. Do you know Griggly? Have you heard of Griggly?
We've met
We've
Griggly.
heard of
Perhaps.
Yes, I tried to send him there. And
3 stories.
and yeah,
Maybe. Oh, yeah, we already heard him. Yeah, we met him.
and apparently Griggly gives gifts that require prices. And apparently this little shit went in there and demanded no payment and was immediately ejected from Griggly's hut. And I've never seen a mage turn down an offer from Griggly until him. So quite an impressive
I certainly
young
haven't
man.
seen that happen.
Yes, beginning to wish I had. Ugh.
She looks down at your finger and she goes, "Oh, well, you have a lot more troubles to come, my friend, if you have accepted a deal with Griggly. This is why they call this Littlefinger Lake. The mages from here have learned from him.
Understood.
It looks like you're a Breenie."
Hey, now you can cast one of those spells. From your store.
Right. Even a Breenie can learn. Indeed.
All right, well, that's it for this episode, fellas.
Oh, man.
We got a lot to think about.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the one thing that I want to do, though, is I would like to do a little downtime activity. So,
Because we have so much free time.
Yeah.
So little to do.
yeah, well, you're going to do some resting, right? And I'm assuming that you want to be seen.
Yep.
Filner, yeah. So you now have
Well, we're going to need some time to plot how we're going to get him back to Monterre
Yep.
and put him back in power. There's going to need to be strategy.
I still don't understand why we have to kill these assassins. If he can just keep his cloak up and not be seen. Isn't that the
I'd
the
rather
path of
I'd
least
rather that not
resistance?
be looming over
Well,
over our friend.
yeah, I suppose so. Okay.
I mean, it's up to you guys.
Because I don't want
Yeah.
I don't want the party to get split and then have
Listen,
him.
that can be downtime activity.
We
Yeah,
don't,
right,
Just doing nothing. Oh, hey, guess what?
we don't
Guess what
want
I'm
him to
doing.
show up at the wrong time.
Yeah. The Tim Carr Tom Blaylock one-off.
Yeah.
yeah. Filner kills 9 guys, or however many it is. I don't know. Yeah.
He gives them cream puffs and befriends them.
Yeah.
And suddenly jumps 3 levels.
So wait, so if I mean, I just want to make sure we've got some downtime here. So
Yeah.
Galwinia, I lose track of how many different people she's been. Galwinia's putting off the meeting with Bezlith Luatul.
She'll take care of that.
We've still got another week and a half at least for Despo,
That's right.
right?
Yep.
So we just need extraction for her, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she knows she needs extraction either. I don't know. We don't really know what the situation is in Fort Heppas. Wasn't it just Griggly said
Yep.
Yeah. he
she'd be
said
dead
she'd
in
be-
2 weeks?
Yeah. And by the next moon.
Yeah, we had a month.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a month.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So she's not necessarily super on the clock.
That's
yet.
right.
Okay.
Yep.
And Schnobik will wait, although I don't like the idea of him kidnapping small folk.
we gotta find some way to deal with that and talk him down or something. Maybe we can get some more clues. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, clearly, okay. So we don't have anything to do for the next week or two.
Well,
Yeah.
the big thing is the Ladybone trade. You said that's 3 weeks. We set up the meeting for 3 weeks.
She just said, "Could you do it? Could you change the date?" And yeah, I think you said in 3 weeks. Yeah, so she'll do that. Meanwhile, Ladybone is going to be
Travel.
flowing out of the city to
Yeah,
the drow.
That sounds rather immediate.
I mean,
But Relic could slow it down, maybe.
yeah, I think
Could
so.
get some help from
Yeah.
Galwinia.
Yeah. I mean, they have a lot of power on the Lakeshire side, but
Yeah.
the demand side is
Maybe that's some downtime activities, a little espionage.
yeah, yeah, to find out who's
Yeah.
what and where.
Which guards are on the take.
So what we're doing right now for our listeners is there's a lot of things you can do when you're not adventuring and not actually doing the role play, and that's what they're going to decide to do, like what to do in this. So 2 weeks. 2 weeks of preparing and thinking and getting ready for something big. And do you have a decent idea?
So we're going off of the downtime activities in Xanathar's guide.
That's right,
that
Xanathar's
correct?
Guide. Yep.
So I certainly know what I want to do for one of my weeks.
All right, what do you want to do?
I am, due to my hermit background, proficient with my herbalism kit.
Yes.
I would like to craft 5 healing potions.
Okay. And how much does it cost in materials?
125 gold
All right, for all 5.
for all 5.
Okay.
I have 50.
Okay.
John, you going to help me out?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you guys are
Just
going to be
takes one little
carrying-
pledge.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be carrying these potions. They are not for you. They are for me.
Right.
But you still
Right.
need my help to
But
make them.
to make them, and then you will be carrying a couple on your person. But make no mistake, they are not yours. They are for me.
5 healing potions.
Yeah,
Is it just in case you go down?
Yeah.
That's the idea? Because you can heal them
right.
Right.
on your own. Sure.
Also
Right.
true. And we
Seems
still
nice.
have 3 that we found with the green potions.
Yes,
All right. So
I think 8 sounds like we're just getting started on the number I wish we had. So that's one of my weeks.
I'm gonna send the word out that I'm looking for a pearl of power.
Wait, what is a pearl of power?
It is a pearl that will allow me to revive a spell slot up to 3rd level, I think.
So he's looking for a magic item.
He is. Let's see. I don't know what a pearl of power is. Where'd you find this one?
It's in the DM guide, the player's handbook. I don't know.
Pearl
It's in there.
of power. All right, so you want
It's only uncommon. It's not even.
It's not that crazy.
Okay. This pearl is on your person. You can use an action to speak its word. Okay. Ooh, it's gonna be expensive though. How much money do you have?
That's a good question.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I've got 50 platinum and 367. What?
What?
Mummy does not let me travel without money in my pocket.
so here's what you gotta do. In order to look for a magic item, let's look at that section here. You're gonna have to let it be known that you want a magic item. You need to spend some cash around town to prove that you have the cash for it. I mean, probably Galwinia can help with this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Uncommon. All right, roll a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion. Okay, and I've got that on my skills, so I've got a +4 to that.
Okay,
So that is a 20.
with bonuses.
Yeah. I rolled a 16, +4 is a 20.
Okay, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Okay, so Arcana here says +7, so that'll be an 18.
Okay,
I rolled an 11.
all right, that's nice. And then, so you find somebody who is, all right. So how much gold do you have? So platinum are worth 10 each, right?
Right. So total in gold would be 867.
867. So it's going to cost you 250 gold to find the person who can get this for you.
All right. Ouch.
And I'm going to give you one more persuasion check with plus 10 to it, and your DC here is going to be 17. But you got plus 10 plus all your other bonuses.
Plus my stuff. You said
So don't roll a
persuasion,
0.
right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, come on here, dice. Oh, I rolled an 18.
Okay. So you find a seller for an actual pearl of power, and he wants 500 gold for it.
So you're just going to take it all. Ow, sorry.
Do you have left? Do you have enough money for it?
Yeah.
You have enough money for it after? Oh yeah, you have 800 and something. Okay. All right. So yeah. So you can. That's it.
I'll just hand them the 50 platinum.
Okay. All right.
And then 250
Gold.
minus the. Let me see. Okay.
She's a rich girl.
She's a really rich girl. She was a rich girl, but now she's a poor girl. But she has a pearl. And everybody in town knows that she's got the pearl. All right. That's a week for you.
That's a week for me.
All right, Philnir, how about you?
Well, one of the things Phil Neer is actually proficient at is dice.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna go gamble?
I might go gamble and carouse in some combination of that, and then.
And you're in Lakeshire, so you can choose where to go, how high class or low class you want to go.
Yeah. I don't have a ton of money, so yeah. What do I need to do?
So are you gonna carouse for?
Well, we're just doing a week now, right?
Yeah, you're gonna carouse or are you gonna gamble?
I mean, a week of gambling seems like insane.
It does seem like insane.
I mean, I hate Vegas, so.
Okay. So where's the gambling table here?
Let's see. Oops. Where did it go?
All right, I got it. Okay. So you can stake 10 gold up to 1,000 gold pieces. For one evening of gambling here.
For one evening of gambling. As
Yep.
opposed to a week.
Yeah, then you can carouse for the rest of the week, or
Right.
you can gamble more.
Right. All right. Let's say 20 gold.
20 gold.
Yeah. For all the gambling I'm going to do this week.
Okay, so I have a couple of rolls for you to do.
Okay.
You need to do 3 checks. You need to do a wisdom insight check, a charisma deception check,
Okay.
and a charisma intimidation check. And because you are proficient in your tool, you can replace any one of these rolls with an advantage. You can have advantage on any one of these rolls.
Do I have to pick ahead of time?
No, you can.
Okay.
You can if you lose, you think now before you play. I
got 3 d20s in my hand, ready to go.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm rolling for a check, or am I rolling something else?
I'll tell you what the DC check is for the first roll.
But 20s, right? Not,
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the first roll? Which one are you gonna do first?
I will do.
Wisdom.
Yeah, the insight check.
Insight. Wait a second. 60. The DC on this one is 16.
Okay. That's a 14, so I guess I have to take my advantage.
Okay.
20.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's the first insight check. Okay. All right. The next one is your deception check.
All right. Deception, I have a +7. And I rolled an 11, so 18.
9. So
Okay.
you won that one. Okay. And the last one is an intimidation check.
Okay. I also have proficiency and +7, so
It's 19 is the
Oof.
DC on this one.
I got a 10.
10. Okay. That's okay. So how much did you bet?
20.
20. So you have 30 gold.
Great.
You made 10 out of that.
Great.
The hardest 10 gold he's ever made.
Man, it's not that
That's the
hard.
thing. Everyone
No.
says like being a professional blackjack player would be so cool. Such a grind, man.
Yeah,
It's such a grind.
Such a grind. I mean, I believe it. All right, so you got your gold there. You have 6 more nights.
Yeah.
And I'll count that as a whole work week if you want to carouse for a work week, or if you want to gamble more, you can.
Yeah, no, I'll just carouse for a work week. I'll just take the 10 gold and
Okay, and you're gonna go and where are you gonna go? High class, low class.
I mean, I feel like Filnir would have known. He'd probably go to some of the old haunts because he's now, if he's not sort of hiding that he's in town.
Yeah.
Go back to the places,
Perfect.
maybe carouse and mourn and, grieve because he didn't really have a chance after Edgar was killed. So
See some of your old friends, people who think you're dead or missing and wanted. Great. So that's 50 gold pieces to do that.
Okay.
And I need you to do a charisma persuasion check.
Okay.
And give me a persuasion
right.
check. Yeah.
+9 +7, so 16.
You have made 2 new allied contacts. One of them is Corin.
Okay.
And Corin is now a trusted friend of yours and would do not anything for you, but pretty close to it. And the other is named Robin. And Robin is the secretary for Disa Flatfoot,
Okay.
Who is still in the wind.
who is still in the wind.
But we can assume,
Alright.
I would assume that Galwinia has line of contact to Disa at some point, that they will sort it out.
Yep.
Over the course of this week, probably.
Yep. So anytime you can call on those contacts for the information that they might have.
Okay.
All right, well, fellas, until next time, we'll do the last of our work week downtime. We'll start that off for next episode, and I have something that will probably happen between week 1 and week 2.
Wait, did we lose our exhaustion?
Oh, your exhaustion is now totally gone.
Oh,
Okay.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And then we have to decide which task.
Right. Which is the most pressing.
Yep. What you
All
got?
right.
Yeah, all right.
That's so
I'm sorry,
exciting.
every time I think about that, I get a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So much.
Oh God.
Look, it's a lot happening, but I'm hoping you feel like it's coming together, that these strands are related to each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
In some key ways. And I don't want people to forget Despo Goodshower. I feel like she's a great character and really important, and it started off in some ways this trip away, like she's the only thing that was keeping you from maybe leaving Hark in the first place.
Yeah.
So
Yep. We want to make sure that she's good, taken care of.
And
Great.
where's Sil?
and where is Sil?
Where's Sil Moonbrook? Many question marks.
And
Yeah.
where's Felipe Madumba, the undercarriage of the future?
Oh my God, Felipe Madumba is gonna be so pissed.
Looming threat.
So pissed. It's like if Kim Jong-un one day woke up and was like, "Oh, I don't have any more nuclear weapons," and I know who made that a thing. So
We'll have to talk about that. I don't think how could we be implicated?
yeah, well, yeah,
How does he know it was us?
yeah. No, he
Oh,
doesn't. Yet.
Man, and we're totally glossing over the fact that I am now in possession of Tempest's prick.
That's
Which
right.
is awesome.
Tempest is prick. So just so you know,
You
Tempest
got
is
to attune, boy.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to, and I mean he's already attuned.
been a
now.
week,
Now
yeah.
it's been a week. I mean the super cool thing about Tempest's prick, it's a normal spear.
And to be clear, prick is in like the thorn of a
Yes.
spiny plant.
That's right. Yeah, like a god is really big. This is like a small
Thorn to him.
thorn
Yeah.
to him. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only difference is that a normal weapon, when you get a crit, you double the damage. This is quadruple. Like it's a vicious spear.
Ooh,
Is
Savage
the-
Attack Plus.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you still have a Is that right? Is it 3 times?
Savage attack is a 1 extra roll.
One extra. Sorry, it is 1 extra roll. It's 1 extra roll. So it's a vicious spear.
So 3, you roll the damage dice 3 times instead of twice like you would on a crit.
Correct. Yeah.
That's right.
I guess I got to start getting more crits.
Take all those opportunity attacks. Use the butt end of the weapon.
Right.
As often as possible.
Is it one-handed?
Yeah, you can
can be both.
use it. You can use it.
It's versatile.
Either way. Yeah. It takes an extra 2d6.
This prick is versatile.
Yeah, you can prick Tempest with it too.
Yeah. What one-handed it does an additional 2d6 piercing damage, and two-handed does an additional 2d8. That's the vicious spear.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
On crits.
On crits.
Okay.
Crits become a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already a big deal. I don't know if you've ever had one, but
Only on these ability checks.
I know,
Yeah.
right? But also, it looks really, really cool.
Listen, I will say I pulled it out for that persuasion check.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Brilliant.
All right, guys. Well, come on back in 2 weeks when you can hear them finish their downtime activity and figure out what comes next.
Get down to business.
Get down to business.
Let's do it.
All right. Dungeon Dad's out.
Adios.
Are we going to sign off? What are we going to do?
We sort of stopped doing the new sign off each time after a while.
Yeah, okay.
Bye.
Chubada